Hello everyone, my name is Cap and welcome back to the channel and another 7 days that I video. I'm doing this Alpha 17.2 on the PC and this is experimental build B27, but that don't really matter because I'm not doing a tutorial. Today what we're going to be doing is something that I like doing, I've done in the past, and I want to start doing it again, and that is going to be to test random POIs against a high level Blood Moon Horde. Now we are on day 35 right now, game stage is pretty high, I've killed a bunch of zombies up to this point, so hoping that when a Blood Moon shows up tonight that there will be a big chunk of them there. So what I'm going to do is the basic premise is taking a POI like this, a basic level POI, and reinforcing it with basic level stuff. Now of course if you're playing a game and a let's play, the amount of stuff that you have by the time you get to day 35 probably be much higher. You probably have a forge or a workbench, but what I'm going to do is basic level upgrades to this building with what I would have if I was just happened to be out wandering around. And so I'm not going to have a forge here with me. I'm not going to have all that stuff to make everything nice and easy for me. This is going to be using like wood blocks, wood frames, upgrade them. I'm using barbed wire. The stuff that you can make without having to have any kind of workbench or any special tools. And the main premise of this is, okay, so you're not building a base. You just happen to be out wandering around, and I hate when that happens. You happen to be out wandering around, you get close to a Blood Moon Horde, where do you go? Can you just drop inside one of these POIs, do a quick upgrade on some things, and call it good, and you can survive the night. So, we're going to be going through here and doing some upgrades to the building itself. I'm just knocking out of the windows, just kind of minimizing the number of places zombies could get in, sort of thing that you could do on your own. And, nothing really major. I'm going to upgrade it with a few things. I've got wood, I've got some forged, I've just got regular iron, no forged iron. And see if we can upgrade it, and then we'll get to the Blood Moon Horde tonight, and we'll see how well it actually works out. So this could be actually kind of fun. It's almost like a remodel, basically, but, basically just for one night. Now, of course, if you want to keep going after you had your very first night and stuff in here, if the building's not completely destroyed, then obviously you really can. I mean, it's your building, do whatever you want to. But like I said, this is kind of testing out how well a building would do is, oh crap, I have one night to try and get everything situated, and I need to try and get something stabilized. I'm on the run, this is the supplies I have, and I'm hoping I can, at least survive a horde. Because in Alpha 17, they changed the way the zombies work now to where if they can't specifically get to you as a person, they will just start destroying everything. So I'm kind of curious as to whether or not they will. And so I'm going to do different POIs in this sort of a series, I guess, and see how well it actually works out and see if, different POIs work better than others. There's a gas station down the road. There's a small little house right down the road over there. And so it's basically just, I'm not going to worry about trying to reinforce all the stuff that's inside. It's going to be basically just trying to minimize the number of ways the zombies can get to me. So, we got this back door back here. We got a couple of zombies that showed up. No big deal. We're not worrying about trying to get experience or bonus or anything right now. So we're just kind of taking them all out as we go. We get rid of all but just the main door there. And hopefully the AI will path them around to one specific side. And of course, we're going to prepare ourselves to be able to hide out on the roof so we can really kind of see what's going. If I was going to try and hide myself inside the building to where I wasn't outside, I'm just going to hang out in here, then of course I'd want to do more reinforcements than just wood over here, because then as soon as they get in, I'd be screwed, and that's just not a good idea. So I'm going to do a few little upgrades here off camera just so the video is not incredibly long, and I'll step back in here in just a second and show you what we got going. Alright then, so we are going to take a quick tour, and you can see we're on day 35, the horde will be coming tonight, and this is, like I said in the very beginning, this is basic level upgrading here, as if you just had some supplies on you, and you were going to upgrade and fortify it the best you could. Okay, first things first, took out the second door, left just one. I took off the door completely, so maybe it'll be kind of a funnel point for them. Boarded up the windows on both sides and upgraded the blocks on all those. I got a little barbed wire on the wall all the way around and on the posts themselves, which I upgraded as well. And that way if they run into them, it'll slow them down. These little wood spikes suck. They don't really do anything anymore, but I'm hoping by having them too high that they'll see it as kind of a wall instead of trying to just run right into it. And so it kind of blocked off these entrances, so maybe they'll funnel them in this direction. Alright, we get inside. We got barbed wire along the walls and the rails and stuff here, and just a couple wood spikes set up here. So if nothing else, it'll slow them down, maybe cause a little bit of bleeding damage. Block this one off, so this route is open. It goes all the way up over to here and blocks off if they want to go that way, or they have the way to go to get to me, and that is over here. Back room blocked off the loading dock here and the back door, and upgraded those as well. Left this door open just in case. I have this block here so I can jump up on the shelf and have a ladder going up to my spot on the roof if I can actually get up there. Sometimes climbing up there is a little bit wonky. There we go. Sometimes it's wonky having the hatch right there. I could have rotated on the other side. Anyway, up top, I didn't do anything as far as like to the roof here. Now, I did put these wood frames all the way around it. Now, this is just to help keep spider zombies from climbing up here with me, because I'm thinking day 35 there might be some of them. And it'll give me the opportunity to shoot through the frames themselves if zombies start piling up along the sides. And of course, around all four sides here, I built a little pillar and put torches around there, just kind of light it up, make it as easy as possible for you guys to see what's going on. Alright, so we'll head back down inside real quick. And over here, I built just a little walking path to kind of go out the length of the store and just upgraded it once on the back side. That way I can kind of have a good view as to what's going on inside the store. Definitely getting some frame drops at the moment for some reason. But this way I can kind of plink them off a little bit. And in order for these to fall, they're going to have to take down, you know, all the walls and the pillars and stuff here. So I'm not necessarily worried about that. But that is pretty much it. So the next thing we have to do is we're going to kind of load up with some weapons here. We're going to get basically just a gun and a bow and arrow and call it good, hang out on the roof, and see how long we survive, and to see if this is a viable solution. If you were just on the go and, hey, you know, it's Blood Moon night and I need to upgrade, I'm doing it at day 35 with maximum 64 zombies, so hopefully it'll be a nice terrible horde and see how well it'll do, and that way you can kind of judge, you know, how well you might do in a normal situation if you happen to be a low level, whatever. So anyway, let's wait till the Blood Moon shows up and see how we do. Alright, it is time. The Blood Moon is starting up here. So something else I forgot to show you that I did earlier is I always like to put... Wait, where am I? I'm at the other side. Okay, let's go over here and show you guys. Okay, so I definitely hear things are already going down. Put a little bailout pit down there. Got some hay bales and stuff set up. So, you know, if things go terribly wrong and I have to jump and run, then I can. Okay, so let's see. They're all down over here. This is just a debug menu. I hit Z to show there's a decent little chunk of them over here. Let's see if there's any around the other directions here. Looks like right at the moment it's just this little squad right up here. I can see we got Sylvia's down there. See, they busted open this first frame, so they're definitely hitting on some of these here. See if we can take a couple of shots if they get right underneath this. Oh yeah, right in the head. I'm not going to worry specifically about trying to kill as many zombies. This is, like I said, just trying to see how well this POI will survive, to see if it'll survive at all. So let's go back this way and see if any of them will try and filter around to where I am, since I'm overhanging the building here. You know, this would kind of give you a good way to take a couple shots at some zombies. She's caught in the trap, trying to get around it. Hit her again with it. I don't think that killed her, but it might have. No, she's got an arrow sticking out of her head, but she's okay. See if we can get the businessman a shot on him. Let's see if we can get another shot. Oh, nice. He went down. Okay, so we did get a kill on him. So, like I said, I'm not necessarily worried about trying to kill all the zombies and whether or not I could actually do that. This is, again, just kind of, I'm going to hang out and just run around, see if they actually do anything. And come morning time, see how many zombies we have. Well, we got, okay, there's like, what, 5 or 6 running around here. I'm sure more will show up here in a little. Let's see how many total we have. We have 8 total. Why the rest of them haven't showed up, I don't know, but I'm going to assume as the night moves on, we'll have more and more show up over here. So in the meantime, we're just going to kind of hang out. Like I said, I don't have any kind of god mode on or anything, so if they bring this whole building down, then they bring the whole building down. Let's see if any of them have made it inside here. Let's go down to our little walkway so you can see what's going on in here, because I want to see how well the barbed wire is slowing them down a little bit. Okay, so you can see they're definitely kind of running about. Sylvia's taking the hardest possible route to get to me over there. But, yeah, so this barbed wire is definitely slowing them down. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage to them, but it does slow them down a little bit, so at least it'll help me with the whole aiming process. But, yeah, right at the moment, not a whole lot going on. Got a couple more starting to show up a little bit. Get a little bit of lag in here, too. But I have, like, 60-something torches put here, mostly just so you guys can hear what's going on. See, and all that is just the barbed wire along the fence over there, and it's making them run, like, really, really slowly. So they'll go back and forth. They can't get to me here. They can't hit me, so they're kind of just trying to figure out how to get to me. And they can't jump over this barbed wire very well, so they end up just trying to beat down the shelf and, you know, possibly take a little bit of damage from it as they're just standing there. Sorry, Sylvia. Oh, look at her figuring out how to get up a little bit higher. Sorry, Darlene, but I don't think so. All right, is there any more here? Looks like that's it for the moment. 7 total in the game, and they're all dead. But you know what? Like I said, I got it set on 64 zombies, so we're just going to hang out throughout the night. We'll hang out on the roof and see what happens. I'm assuming we'll probably have some ferals and some radiated and some birds and stuff set up. It's still early on. But we'll check back in just a little bit and see where we stand. Alright, didn't take too terribly long. We got a couple screamers showed up, and they called in some of their friends, and we got more and more showing up over here in the distance. You see, like I said, debug menu, go open up, hit 0 on the keypad, and you can see the the information on all the zombies. Let's see how many we have total now. We've got 34 in here total, so we can definitely, and there's more showing up here. So this ought to be a pretty good test at this point, because this is a decent sized horde. We got even more. Let's see how many do we have now. 38, and oh good God. And now we're up to 43. These screamers are just going to keep calling in all their buddies. They are definitely inside. I'm going to just kind of hang out and see what happens. If the whole place collapses and I die, well, then you'll get to see it happen too. But right at the moment, we're just going to kind of chill out. There's so many zombies here. It's causing, like, I'm down to like 30 frames per second. Let's see. We're up to 47 in game. So I may have to... let's see if they can't hit the roof that I'm on here, and they can't hop up on anything here. So let's go back inside and see what kind of party we got going on inside here, and see if we can not fall off the ladder. Holy mama! Here, let me turn that off so we can just get a look here. Yeah, that's a decent number. We do have a gun here if we need to. Hey, where's the scream right here? If we can get her to stop calling her friends in for a little bit, she's causing my game to lag. Hey, you. I'm cool with you calling a few people here, but I mean, come on, this is not just a house party. You call in whoever you want to. Needs to have somewhat of a little bit of control here. Come on. Alright, so they're definitely trying to figure out how to get up to me. They've taken out this first little column here. You ugly woman. I'm going to just not worry about her. But you can see they're trying to take down the columns. That could definitely cause some problems and collapses here. We'll see. We got the girders going all the way across the ceiling here, so we'll see if they can actually hit those or not. Oh my God. This is quite the little party. You know what? I want to get a quick screenshot of this here. I'm going to turn off the... yeah, let's do this here. Let's get a little view of what's going on. Oh, somebody's gonna look. Oh, they beat on the. Let me turn that off here. They beat on the vending machine. That's quite the party. There we go. That's a good little screenshot. Whoops, wrong button. Sorry. Okay, we're back into normal mode here. And yeah, so far, let's see. They haven't figured out how to get up to me. They're beating on the walls below that, but they can't get to that ladder because they can't jump up. There's 2 blocks separating them there. How many do we have here? We are up to 56 in the game right at the moment. I haven't seen any radiated. I haven't seen any spot. Oh, look at this. They're going all World War Z and stuff. Oh. Oh, man. Look what they almost did here. Let me see. Where's my wood frames at here? I'm not using any of my admin tools here. This is just this. Here, I don't think I can. Let me go back over here because they can hit in a few spots. Let's see. Where's my nail gun? I might have to do some repairs on a couple of these so I can actually build on them. It looks like they did some damage on a couple of them. Oh, they hit the wall right there, so it's causing me to have some problems building on it. But there we go. All right, so now what do we got going on? We got anything problematic in here? I haven't seen any cops yet. What's up, Sylvia? We're gonna go out. Oh, they're just gonna. Oh, look at that. They made their own little set of steps over here. I don't know if they can get to that ladder or not from here. If they do, we're definitely gonna cause some problems. So I think one of them is gonna accidentally get it in a minute. Look at this. Look at that. They made their own set of steps here. They're jumping on top of Big Mama's fat head and climbing up through this hole. And now they're trying to figure out how to, tear down the rest of the walls here. You're going to tear down my ladder. Here. I'm just trying to disrupt the flow so y'all can't keep hopping up on top of each other's heads. But that's pretty funny that they did all that. So far, I mean, they took down that entire wall over there. Still trying to get to me. Building's still standing for the moment. I don't know how much longer it is, but, at the moment... there's nothing in here that can hurt me. I mean, there's a whole lot of zombies, but we haven't got any ferals or any radiated stuff in here. And that might just because my game stage is lower. I mean, I only have... well, let's just see how many total kills I have in getting ready for this here. Let's see, I got 40 kills so far. So, I might not have killed enough zombies total to... somebody beating on the vending machine trying to get a free Coke again. I haven't killed enough total zombies to get the big boys in here. I'm not quite sure. I don't know exactly why. There may be some and not others, whatever. But, you can see right now that this is at least a big enough of a horde that can cause some problems. So, let's see here. I might have to see if I can repair. Can I repair? Can't repair that. Need some. Go ahead and repair the ladder just in case they decide to bust it all down here. Go ahead, give my arrow back. Yep. Alright, so let's run back down to this end, see if we can get them to venture off this way. Whoops. Shot one with an arrow. Oh, didn't mean to upgrade that one. This is actually kind of fun. I mean, this is a good way to, farm some zombies, because they're not I don't really feel like I'm threatened at all here, and I got some coffee in the toolbar if I have to start hauling some balls, but at the moment, I mean, they're definitely remodeling the shop for me. But other than, you know, the fact that they've torn down the walls and a couple of the columns, the building's still standing. They haven't hit any of the girders, and that's holding up the weight of the ceiling. And they can't get to me, so they're just working on the wall. So, we don't have a whole lot of time left before morning, so let's give Big Mom a shot here. Oh, we missed because we let go of the ADS here. No, we missed again. And the only bad thing about the, taking down these column stuff here is it ruined my torches. Now it's harder for you guys. Oh, right through the heart. She's a vampire. She'd be done for. So did the party move outside? Whoop, rotate a little far. All right, let's go up on the roof and have a look and see what's going on here, because we don't have a whole lot of time before morning. Let's see what they're doing over here. And of course, oh wow, check that out. Of course, after morning and stuff, we'll go in there and see what all they did here. Once they're all kind of walking, we'll go through and, you know, maybe throw some pipe bombs or some Molotovs at them to clean up the mess here, because we don't have a whole lot of time before dawn. I think it's actually about to ding and say, "Congratulations, you didn't die." That's it. Yep. Okay, so there's the "congratulations, you didn't die" thing. We got a little conga line here. I don't know where they're going. I guess maybe they're trying to move down towards the back side of the building. There's nothing down there for you guys either. But this was pretty good. I mean, like I said, you have a hell of a lot of zombies to have to clean up after a big horde kind of get this. But, I mean, I was totally safe. I was able to just hang out there and plink zombies all night. You could definitely farm for experience. So, that's not even something that's a worry. So, if you were kind of curious as to whether or not you could survive one of these, then I would say absolutely. Let's get a couple Molotovs here. Alright. So, let's run down here. Showed in a recent video that, yep, you can fall on those. Alright, so let's get a throw over there. Oh, that's pretty. Alright, let's get one over here. And this side, that's a good little horde. Nice, alright. Hit you right in the face if I can. That's nice right there. Yep, that's nice. What you got? You ain't got nothing. Yep. Alright, so if there's any other POIs you want me to test out, you know, like I said, basic level upgrading, even with their super smart, you know, maybe too smart AI that a lot of people dislike or whatever, they are, you know, not really able to take down the entire building. There's 50 plus zombies there. Now, like I said, we didn't have any cops show up, so they weren't spitting at us, but even then, all we had to do was just hide on the roof, because cops won't spit unless they can see you. Eventually, that might blow up, of course, but that's really about it. Oh, hey, what's up? Trying to come up behind me and hit me? I don't think so. Oh, real quick, before we go here, I forgot I was going to show you guys what all they did here to the building here. Okay, so it looks like they tore down, they knocked off a little bit of barbed wire here and there. They did some damage. They added a few new windows. Let's see, they tore down a few of the wood spikes, not too many. They knocked down a couple of them while they was trying to jump over them. Removed this entire window. Didn't do really anything to that window. Made it to the door, knocked down all the spikes I had here, knocked down the cash register. They took out both columns on this side. Actually, all three columns. They removed that one all the way up there, but they couldn't get to me. And, whoops, ran into my own barbed wire. Stupid. Alright, so then they removed most of this wall. Let's see, added a few windows to the back. Looks like somebody was trying to make an exit to the bathroom in there for whatever reason. I don't think they did anything over on this side. Not really anything there. But, yeah, looks like somebody hopped up on the... No, I don't even know where they were going. Somebody just randomly beating on the walls over there. But so they definitely did some work to this place. It's not something I could repair very easily. So it's not something I would probably use for another base. But anyway, there we have it. So there you go. Hopefully this video was at least slightly entertaining, maybe enlightening in some way or another. If you enjoyed the video, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button down below. And be sure to subscribe if you're not already so you don't miss out on future videos. Thank you guys so much for your time. You have a wonderful day. And I'll talk to you later.